Girls Advocacy Development Network. Girls Advocacy Development Network is an organization that was set some 4 years ago. It's an organization that is built and centered around mentoring, coaching, and building up of leaders and girls. It's an organization that is set to exploit the potentials of young men and ladies and women, if I could say. So over the past 4 years, we have done series of engagements and series of programs aligned with our organizational thematic areas, such as women empowerment, ladies, and also we do have parts that we do used and sell out to young ladies out there. We also engage in mentoring. We mentor girls to become who they want to be in society. We teach them about life skills and exposure. Over the past 4 years, we have been doing that. And we have our key program, which is the National Girls Summit. Under this National Girls Summit, we usually have the regional dialogue consultation among young men and women in our society. We have done McKinney, Kenema, and Kono. We are now in Freetown to do the male engagement on sexual reproductive health, gender-based violence, and that of decision-making amongst the society. This particular dialogue we are having today, it's for us to have a position paper that will take to government that this is what the male they thought of that is disturbing the sexual reproductive health in Sierra Leone, the gender-based violence in Sierra Leone, and their decision-making in society. That is the whole essence about this particular gathering. Me speaking to you, I am Sheikh Ukadi Ukooma, and I am the project officer for Girl Advocacy Network. This man standing here, he is Mr. Jibril, and then he is the coordinator for the Western world. The fine lady behind there, she is Jeneba Mansari, the field officer and that of safeguarding person for GuardNet. And the other lady by her side, she is Audrey in French. She happens to be the admin officer of Girls Advocacy Development Network. So you are all welcome to this August occasion. We need your input because what you'll be giving us is what we present to the government and development partners after the National Girls Summit in Bo from the 15th to the 19th of October. It is against this background we want to engage male so that you give us what you face and what you think should be done in the manifesto and what we're supposed to do and the changes we need in girls development and ladies in Sierra Leone. So you are all welcome to take up this responsibility because this is her project, because she is the field officer. So on behalf of Girl Advocacy Development Network, you are all welcome to Girl Advocacy Development Office, and we believe we will have what we need from you because you are all potential leaders. We need everything that will submit to government.
Girls Summit. This is the pre-summit. We want to welcome you all, and I want you all to feel relaxed. This is a safe space. Whatever you say or whatever you do here, whatever we do here is confidential. We want your input as we divide you guys into groups on the thematic areas where Mr. Sheku just mentioned. We want to get your ideas, what you think, what is your thought about sexual and reproductive rights, decision making, and leadership. My colleague will throw light on, we do our presentation on leadership. Ms. Audrey Finch, will you please come up?
My name is Audrey Finch. So one of the areas that Ms. Jennifer just mentioned is on leadership, and we are here to discuss, to learn from each other. It should be a dialogue session. I'm not the only one that is supposed to say anything or to talk, we should share our experience, learn from each other. So I believe most of us have had, or maybe have used the term or the word leadership or leader. We all know who is a leader or maybe what is leadership. But for us to have a defined definition about leadership, there are lots of definitions about leadership, but I just took these two from the internet for us to know the exact meaning of leadership. The meaning of leadership. Leadership is the ability for an individual or a group of people to influence and guide followers or members of an organization, society, or team. Another definition is leadership is about taking risks and challenges about the status quo. Leaders motivate others to achieve something new and better. So, with what I've just said, let's discuss. What do you know, or what is your own understanding about the word leadership? When I'm talk, more interact.
You go tell who your name and who that you be?
Well, Mina Sheikh Ukari Okoma, the project officer, Girls Advocacy Development Network.
Well, I know you tell me as well, you actually small but this Girls Advocacy Development Network.
Well, Girls Advocacy Development Network now an organization where like we want to make be a hub for adolescent girls and women in Sierra Leone. Over the past years, we don't do mentoring, coaching, and we don't train girls them on the leadership and decision making and that of life skills, so that when they come out of school, after a WAS level, you can like do something meaningful in life till you waste WAS result, or that you go into entrepreneurship or other kind of dimension we want for do. So don't they do all that kind of stuff, but typically we get to key activity we keep doing at the National Girls Summit where we get for do back in October. So every year we get activities them we line up what we do, like child marriage, sexual reproductive health, and the gender-based violence. These are the activities that we normally can do every year. So I believe say every blessed subsequent year for to come, we get to do since they're active back going forward.
Okay, so tell me small about the challenges that we want to face.
Well, one of the big challenges we on the face before now the adaptation to change in society. This sexual reproductive health, all NGOs are not the DWAM, they don't campaign about sexual reproductive health, they don't campaign about gender-based violence. But you not go to campaign about gender-based violence, you not use the picky the way that the victim them for go tell them company wait till they go through. You not go use sexual reproductive health hygiene, then you go use big people go tell the picky about sexual reproductive health. You go for use people that you know say, then don't go through them and then they face that kind of challenges. So that's one of the biggest challenges they face, because like when you go in a community, you speaking there for go sensitize people about sexual reproductive health, gender-based violence and decision making. They'll say, hey, bro, we're not small picking, we're not some young boy, they want to knock out big people. So that's one of the biggest challenges. Another challenge they face now donor support. Because you go down write a proposal fine, you don't forward that to donor look at and say nice, but for lady funding come in now, enough what's coming. So like those are what are some of the challenges. But over the years, we do work them, because why? We believe in changing the narrative of implementation of project, because for a project to be successful, you can forget another dimension we take in implementing a project. So we get that kind of ideas and that kind of experience. So we go another level. We outsource for them to make projects to come out successful one. God be the helper. UNFP don't come in and support we. Plan International back don't come. This side don't come. She leads project don't come. So like all kind of projects we don't come. I believe say in the years to come we go change the narrative about the implementation of projects in Sierra Leone.
So how this thing get for go like as you say na get for go na different tongue them or city them, like you make mention of Bo, McKinney and other sides. So how this get for talent?
Well, we don't do the regional consultation by the provinces. This is the regional consultation of Freetown, Western One and Western One. For Kono, we don't do Kono yon. McKinney, we don't do McKinney and Kenema yon. So that's back again gather a lot of girls them and young men around for talk about the same topic when gender-based violence, sexual reproductive health, and that of decision making amongst the youth and the young ladies within the community where they find themselves. Because this one came about the National Girls Summit. You not go do summit, you not get position paper where they take to government or donor partners. Now this now the issue with the girls that they face. Now this is the issue with young women and man that they face within the society there. So now make we do the regional consultation so that we will get them the young voice and the young message the way they get towards this. That is why we get a dynamic team and we get a dynamic executive director where like they get a broad experience in gender-based violence and sexual reproductive health. So like we mentor them and teach them during all the dialogue session the way they go through, so that we'll get a one position people will submit to donor partner and government as they plan for the 2028 program agenda for change.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mina Jeneba Mansaye, Field Officer, Girls Advocacy Development Network.
And as they do Girls National Summit, I want to tell viewers them how they do them in the past years, and also how they get for do them this year.
We don't do this now we fourth edition we will do for the National Girls Summit. This now a safe space where we try for like empower girl picking them, make girl picking them voice be heard, make girl picking them own their own space. Owning their own space in the sense, me as a woman, I for no say this na me right for do as a woman. This thing not for limits me. There should not be any limitation. Anything I want to do, I for able to do without any intimidation. Nobody know for intimidate me. I for able to do things on my own. I make with a also this summit where they teach them on empowerment, decision making, leadership. In the past years, we don't see woman in terms of leadership, they get limitation. There is barriers. Woman not a young people in leadership, especially in communities there. And then say charity begins at home. Maybe start for the woman then leadership role, not in community then. It start there. If woman, if you like me, young person, are they part of me leadership structure and my community? Are they able for like send the challenges there when we come to young woman in the face? Are they even able for talk on behalf of them? Because who knows it, who feels it, knows it. If me as a young person, I know it with the face. Big person, all that person will go talk on behalf of young people because you know not a young person, you don't know it with the face. So we young people, we know through the face and be able like for channel we cases. And also in the area of decision making, women do not get rights for make decision in most homes. So we dey try for like train girl picking them, make them get rights on their own, make them able to make decision on their own. For example, if I say I want to go study law, not only my mama or my papa for tell me waiting for go do. Now waiting I decide, waiting I desire for do. Now they go do, not supposed to for tell you waiting for go do. Then also, I forget to mention sexual and reproductive health. That's now one of the thematic areas na Gardenet and on this summit. This woman them, especially women the way they na the provinces, the way they na they add to each area, they not get rights over them body. They not get rights for make decision when it comes to their reproductive health. And this they really puts women them behind. And we all know what's in childbearing mean. We don't born for men that picking it. If you they born, you know you just they born, you know they under prevention. No nothing. If when the man say that so picking once, now you just they dance to the man in tune. You get a life on your own. Now you body, now you for make decision about how you want for take what you want for do with your body, not to man for take even if he married you, not married, and not married the body, not married. If you want to take decision over your body. Now you man now forget a dialogue. Say now this and this I want to. Let the man hear your own part. Okay, well baby do this, no problem. But now we find out say some man and not get down there now then this the one legal picking and no say you body now you right. Nobody not forget right over your body. Now something God give you. Now a natural gift from God. Now you for take decision over your body. And this summit here, so one for say will empower girl picking. The one for say girl picking their own in space, they get voice on their own. Now in this summit they about empowerment. We can even do and coaching and mentoring from girl picking get people in the mentor for. Like I see this, like I see you say, oh this person they do well in the academic life or in work area. Wait, I the mentor this person. Not of us see person they smoke, you say I the mentor this person. So you life go astray. Mentoring, see somebody where they mentor. Like I said, I the mentor first lady because she's doing very well. I get things the way I for do from rich to first lady in step. I the mentor so person. When you mentor somebody, walk towards waiting, watch in footstep, do waiting you do for let's say reach up here and that.
Okay, so finally before we end this interview, as una get boys themselves where they part of this, so I wanna you tell viewers where they watch you. The collaboration with the boys and the girls, then what really make una do man themselves come inside this?
We do all man and come inside this because we wan know wetin na the idea, we wan know wetin na the own challenges, we wan know wetin dem sef dey face, because you no dey talk about equality if you discriminate man dem. Man dem need for dey outside you dey talk about equality. You no dey achieve equality if one sex is discriminated. Then the two sex need for come together. If man and woman dem come together, at least we dey able push for each other, make we bring dem inside, let dem sef come with their own idea. Most times dem can be perpetrators. So if perpetrator dey wetin wey una dey try for do changes, wey una dey try for review something, dem sef dey wey you don talk to this man, if you see sef say in company man wan do something wey bad, he go say no, dem don go train we say this thing not fine, not do this, not do. Dem sef dey try for preach the message for let we able achieve we goal wey we want for achieve, for see say girl pikin dey really own their own space then alive.
Okay, plenty thank you for talking to me.
Yes sir.